Today is the day I go and get my engine mount changed. Nothing special really, I thought I'd make it exciting. Rev Up Auto checked it out and he sort of guessed it was the engine mount, and it made a lot of sense. We took it out, we sort of did like a little test with it and figured that that was the problem. The engine mount was the problem. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head down there, get the engine mount changed, and hopefully it solves the issue. So we're gonna head straight down there in the Golf, of course, because that's the car that has the problem, so why wouldn't you? And let's just bounce all the way straight down over there. Alrighty fellas, so we made it all the way over here. Had to park at the entrance, but I'm moving the car in now. This workshop's at the back there. There's another Mark V that's on the stands as well, which is pretty sick. So what we're gonna do is just gonna move the car straight in because there's no parking spot near the thing. So just come straight in, it should be all good. Gotta love it when you drop your bloody lens protector. So I've got my car in the garage. Little Mark V right there. 2 people working on it. How fun. I've got a nice S14. That's been worked on as well. It was just the gasket that you replaced, yeah? For it? Yeah. Fair enough. And the heater. So has this been turned on since or not?
Nah, it's open today.
Ooh.
All this stuff here. Because this engine had really dodgy block offs.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, like they have coolant lines under the manifold from the block.
Mm.
Yeah, so like I deleted all them because the engine had block offs on the block, but they were really dodgy, so we redid them, but then we just, instead of blocking it, just redid the heater. So like under there it's all brand new shit.
That's good. That's the head of an SR20. Basically the same engine as the S15.
My car?
Yep.
Famous for being shit out.
On the other hand, we have this Mark V, which is up on the stands. This is getting a tune and a nice downpipe, like half an exhaust on. There's a crack in like the rear, so then that's gonna replace. You're gonna go straight pipe, yeah? That's the plan. Straight pipe.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Just do what I did. It'll be fine.
The crack in the exhaust is making a pretty good sound, you know. So
Oh, fair enough. I guess you could keep it.
Add the sound onto it. Look at that. Look at how big that is, though.
That is.
And there's another one
fucked.
here too.
And it spreads all the way there. To think my car looked like this. Now it's a resonator. They had big horse. Got rid of that shit. Got rid of this cunt at the back. It's all straight pipe. Just getting a tune on it from the same person that tuned my car. And for this to get to the engine mount, what we got to do is we got to take this off underneath the battery, and then the engine mount is just underneath the battery cover at the bottom of the battery holder. And there's the head right there. Pretty sick. So what I'll actually start doing is I'll start taking this shit off. Battery cover. So we'll take that whole motherfucker out. And then this comes because it gets in the way. Okay, so we remove this shit, battery and stuff out of there. Basically you take off the battery, all those bolts there, that one there, there, and the rubber grommets which come underneath the little heat shield which came with the intakes. It's there, and then that's where they fit in. You just pretty much just slide that shit out. And right there, that bad boy right there with 3 bolts, that's the engine mount. But what we need to do first, we need to jack up the engine from underneath and then take those bolts off. Otherwise my whole engine will just drop to one side, and you don't want that. No. So now an update, it's been like an hour. The car is done, the whole exhaust for this Mark V friend of mine. Say hello.
Finally, fucking working.
Yeah.
Finally.
So now it's just getting the tune done on it. Or you're reading it, what's going
Tuning,
on?
it's writing.
Okay, so it's writing it on there. So once that one's reading, this one here, the engine mount's getting replaced. As you can see, Big Jaden here giving it a big tight.
Done and dusted.
Done.
Earned his paycheck tonight though.
Huh?
He's earned his paycheck tonight though.
And over here with this old one, it like spins left and right and shit. It's horrible. Hard to show. There we go. Yep. And it would knock up and down when going over bumps and shit. So came to the conclusion it's that. But this should fix it. And that should all be done. Brand new one in, just there. You slip it in, take it off from the old one. moving on to the S14, I was helping him out while they were working on that. We're getting pretty much assembling it all back together. I'm learning as I go for this, because this will be the engine I'll be dealing with as well, which is pretty sick. So we went through, we plunked the cams on, made sure that is all how it should be. As you see, we got markings for like the whole chain, so it's timed correctly. Tighten those things, you need like a specific order for tightening the cam caps.
You do have the camshafts in a specific orientation when you put them in, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about here. Like the 12 o'clock on this has to be up. And as you can see, there's like a gold at the top here, and there's 2 golds at the bottom.
Yep.
Basically, your count was from like...
Yeah, so essentially like when you install a timing chain on these cars, they have 3 gold links. So 2 of them are 20 links apart, and that's for this timing mark and this timing mark. Yep. And then the other one is for the crank timing mark. But if your car, like, if the markings aren't lined up and you have to take the head off, there isn't enough space for the chain to actually drop off the lower cam gear.
I see.
So you can kind of just let it dangle, and then if you count 20 links from this mark to that mark, and you have the exhaust cam positioned at 12 o'clock, which it should be at top dead center, then you can just do it like that.
Oh,
it's like kind of sketchy, but like I haven't had issues yet.
So up to that. So what's next on this?
I've got a few more. There's like a cover for the timing chain.
Yeah.
Which isn't me. Yeah, you don't need it, but I'll put it on anyway. And then just connect a few more things up, put turbo back on, the exhaust back on, put all the intercooler stuff on, and then
all of the usual stuff.
Yeah, and then tune. You doing out calls tomorrow?
Man.
Sorry?
Man.
Man flip.
Man food.
Oh, man flu. You're a PB. Come to work so I can do this.
Nah, I've got to go work in another shop tomorrow.
Wow. So I was going to come help out as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing anything.
Oh, yeah.
But then this big boy over here wants to keep his shop closed. Excuses. Where are we up to?
Putting the battery in.
Oh, putting all that stuff back on. Nice.
Attempting.
Alright, well fellas, that is pretty much all racked up. We managed to get the whole of the S14 head back on and all of that. So all it needs is the exhaust manifold, turbo, and just the rest of the piping, just finish it all up. We are done with the car. The engine mount has been installed. The old one is absolutely trash. I didn't even close the door. Oh god. Oh, and I didn't even close the press. Oh! Alright, there we go. Engine mount's replaced on this car. The Golf has been tuned. That's all done. He's got a small boost leak, but he just needs to, most likely it's the diverter valve, so he's just going to change that up. That's pretty much the end of it. It's pretty good. Hopefully this, where's my keys? In my pocket. Hopefully this should resolve the issue, because it's just knocking upwards and downwards. 110%, because we tested the new one to the old one with our hands, and the old one is, how do you say, pretty much fucked, like fully. So I'm going to head off home now. This is all finished up. Should be pretty sweet. I've got everything that I need, all done. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of it, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, share. It really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Work hard and stay positive.
Until you find your way back home.